go through each item of this meeting, that the decisions made here would honor and glorify your name. Father, I especially pray for our military families, um, those who serve in the armed forces, and for our first responders. I ask for their safety and again for your mercy and grace to be upon their lives. We ask all of these things in your name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First this morning, we have approval of the minutes from July the 21st.
Make a motion, we approve the minutes.
Second. We have a second. Any further discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. And approval of the claims.
Motion to approve claims.
Second.
And a second. Any other discussion on those? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Under old business, river systems.
Yes, Commissioners, I can handle that one. That was, this is a contract presented by Lisa and Derek Derek Eads and Lisa Cannon at the last meeting for work around here to improve our broadcastability of our public meetings. The Commissioners approved the statement of work pending legal review. There were a couple little nitpicky things that were changed. One of those, the major one was that with the auto renewal time, the period of time in which the county has to notify the company that they do not wish to renew was reduced from 90 to 60 days. Because of that, I asked that it be amended and then sent back to you for approval today. But other than that, there are no substantial changes to the agreement that you passed pending legal review in July.
So I would make a motion that we accept the changes requested from Jeff, and I make a motion that we accept the contract with River Systems.
Second.
Any other discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And Jeff, resolution to amend the process on the ARPA funding.
Yes, this has been previously discussed by Mr. Eckerty, who is the chairman of the Heartland Community Action Program, formerly known as Job Source. As a reminder, the ARPA team here in the county awarded certain ARPA funds to what was then called Job Source for certain programs. Mr. Eckerty advised us that the money, that those projects had been completed. Well, one of the projects had been completed, and the other was determined to be unfeasible. I don't know which one goes right. But
Let us know.
yeah, I'll have to look it up. But as a result of those two things, there's money left over, and the company Heartland has a request to be able to move that money to different projects, which are listed in the resolution there, and were listed in an email sent to you by Mr. Eckerty. Because of the paper trail that's needed for all things ARPA, it's best that these changes be put in a resolution, and that's what's in front of you here today. And I know Mr. Eckerty is here if you have any questions.
We have a resolution number.
11.
Doug, you just want to touch on those projects real quick for us, and I know you did it once. I'll make you do it twice. No problem.
Back to the original?
Yeah.
Okay. Originally, we were going to build a multi-purpose type facility over at the 319 Cottage property. There was ground available. Through the due diligence, we discovered that the ground was really not suitable because of some previous use histories, some environmental issues of pretty considerable concern to us. with the architects and engineers we worked with, they came up with dollar figures that were pretty high. And by the time we got done taking care of all that, we'd had basically no money left to build much of anything. We might have been able to build a small pole barn, and that'd have been about it, but that would not have served our purposes. And then you folks very kindly offered us the opportunity to redo the Sycamore House over at the Mounds property, which we were in the process of doing. That'll be done mid-September, they told me yesterday, and then we'll have some of those. We will not have expended all the ARPA funds for that, and we would kind of like to go back to the 319 property on Cottage there and erect a pavilion. We have some exterior work to the apartments that need to be completed and finished, and there are a few furnishing type items we'll need at the new Mounds property, and that's it.
Thank you.
Sir.
Any other questions? We can entertain a motion on resolution number 11.
I'd make a motion that we approve a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of Madison County, Indiana, approving a change to the previously authorized use of American Rescue Plan, ARPA, funds for Heartland Community Action Program, formerly JobSource.
Second. Any further discussion on that? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Under new business, Larry?
Morning.
Good morning.
I better put my glasses on, or I might say infeasible or unfeasible, whichever it is. I don't know either, Jeff. On July 15th, 2026, the Planning Commission voted to move a 6-month moratorium as an additional moratorium on the previous 6 months that had been voted. The vote for this motion was 7 yes, 1 present, 1 absent. The moratorium request is a follow-up to a 6-month moratorium request that was heard and approved in June. Approval of this request adds 6 months to the current moratorium that was heard by the Planning Commission, approved by the Board of Commissioners. The data center issue has obviously been on the hot burner locally and is in other communities as well. Actually, at the Planning Commission, I held up a paper that said Indianapolis is having a moratorium the previous day. Then in Muncie, I got this the next day, 42 states are having issues, face protests against data centers. So it should be noted that Hamilton County and other counties around here do not currently have a data center ordinance. Several communities are looking at them, including Porter, Lake, and Marshall counties. Henry County and White County have ordinances in place. Some information from the White County ordinance was attached to the Plan Commission. The Henry County ordinance is interesting in that they actually designed a property to hold a data center, and people have 18 months to apply. Now, I don't know any more details than that, but that's kind of the approach they took, is let's find a place where we think this could go and put it there. And again, data centers can range from small buildings to the hyperscale ones, which are causing all the consternation today. Staff supports the moratorium and believe it will provide the county with protection against the issues associated with these facilities, as well as an understanding of how to proactively plan for the presence of these and other technologies in the future. So staff does recommend the board take the Planning Commission's recommendation, and I'll take any questions.
So Larry, you've held 2 public hearings now through the Planning Commission on moratoriums, and then the commissioners have had public comment in here. You've been in the process, obviously, since we voted on it. Kind of where are we at in that process?
And which process?
In the review process
Of the technologies? So we're the HWC, who is our consultant on the redo of the Unified Development Ordinance, is preparing a schedule for the development of these additional energy ordinances. And the first meeting is tentatively scheduled for August 18th. That hasn't been confirmed, but that soon will be scheduled. We'll put it on the energy blog. There is an energy blog on the county website that I try to maintain every Friday. This week I got it on Monday, but it generally carries upcoming information about upcoming meetings, anything associated with data centers. I'm trying to put anything associated with all this energy stuff on there. So,
and very good. So if you don't mind, when we have our meetings a couple times a month, just come in and let us know what the next schedule is, and Kim probably can get that in the newspaper
okay,
as well.
All right, well, I'll just put it on my calendar to be at every BOC
Yeah,
meeting.
just kind of give us.
Unless I have to go run or
where we're
something.
at And, you know, where the next public meetings are and that type of thing.
I will do that.
All right, Larry, thank you.
Thank you. Or a member of my staff will be down to do it, one or the other.
What's the next ordinance number?
8.
I'd make a motion that we pass ordinance number 2026-BC-0-8 by title only, an ordinance of the Madison County Board of Commissioners extending the 6-month development moratorium on data centers in unincorporated Madison County. Title only.
Second.
Any other discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Clerk's office. Linda, thanks again for praying for us this morning.
You're welcome. But I did want to say, if you get asked to pray, then you should probably be first on the agenda, just so you know. So,
I'll make it up.
thank you. So in front of you, I have given you the election systems and software, hardware maintenance and software license, maintenance and support services agreement. So the old agreement that a couple of you were put into place several years ago has now expired or will expire in September. So this is actually a new contract, not necessarily a renewal. Okay. The breakdown is within the paperwork. It kind of looks like this. If you will remember, you had 2 separate contracts because there were purchases of 2 groups of equipment. So you have already approved and we've already submitted the claim for the $10,500 contract that covered the period of the smaller group of election equipment from June 1st of this year through September 30th of this year. So that that agreement actually was like the end, so that now all of the equipment is combined into one contract. So it's going to look a little differently from now on. And then the agreement that you signed several years ago, I can't remember what year. I don't know if you remember. Anyway, maybe in 2019 and then in 2020, maybe. 21.
Either 20 or 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
So within that agreement, there were some special bonus type additions to that they have removed from the contract moving forward. Some of those things, if you would recall, are you had within the contract that there would be included 15,000 ballots. That's no longer in this new contract. 90 days of a field tech, we no longer have that. And then 110 precinct kits. So that's also been removed. So the contract may look to be less, but when it's all said and done, it's not going to be less than what we're paying currently. So, so to cover, this is a 2-year agreement, and so it covers from October 1st of this year through September 30th of next year. And then it goes from October 1st of next year, 2027, and runs through the period of October 1st, 2027 through September 30th of 2028. The total amount of this agreement, I think, is on page number 9. So it is $217,840. And it's been broken into a couple of payments, and it also, I think, included that $10,000 that you already agreed upon. So the payments are, there will be one due January the 15th of next year, and then one due October 1st of next year as well. Does anybody have any questions? I know it seems a little crazy,
So
but
there were 3 things maybe we're dropping out of this.
Mhm.
You know, the technical support for 90 days.
field support,
Field
correct?
support. So You don't need that any longer, or you only need
No.
it for a couple weeks?
It's not that we don't need it because unless we have an established person to do all of those things, most counties do. They pay a person to do that. That's on staff. And hopefully, eventually we'll look into that. That's where I would like to get to. But for now, I have included 60 days of field technician to be here to get us through. That's testing all of the equipment to get us through the public test as well. To be on site to help us with putting the ballot together, all of those different things that they do. To be here for election, the days before election day, the beginning of satellites, and then to carry us through the provisional hearings. So, in all of that reporting. So, yeah, we feel like we've been training for this to wean away from that, but obviously we need a person to be able to handle all of that, plus do what my elections deputy does. So anyway, we'll work through that, and that's going to be certainly something that I work with council on.
And the 15,000 ballots that were in the contract, are you just going to order those on a regular basis and pay for those?
We
Or
are
still
going to
from
order
USA?
those on a regular basis. So some of those are ballot cards. That is the thermal card that we use on election day and then throughout the satellite week. And then there are the mail-in ballots. So one option that we are looking at is many counties have what is called a ballot on demand for the mail-in absentees. So right now we purchase on an estimate of how many we're going to need, you know, that looks different with each election. With ballot on demand, which is a computer system and printer, then as you receive your applications, then you can print the ballot style for that person and what their ballot would look like for that election. So that is certainly going to be a cost savings for us, but we'll see how that pans out. And then for the precinct kits, if that was going to be your next question, all of those forms are online and we'll just do them ourselves from now on. So, which hopefully, you know, all of this averaging out, maybe will give us a cost savings. It won't be as much as we're paying now. That's what we hope, or at least as much as we're paying now. Anybody have any other questions for me?
Jeff, you've been through the new contract.
I have no issue with it.
Any other questions for one? Entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the 2027 ESNS annual maintenance renewal agreement.
Second. And second. Any further discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Excellent. Engineering department.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
Good.
All right. Today I'm requesting approval of an inspection engineering contract with USI Consultants for the remaining bundle of the 4-bridge bundle we have. Last commissioner meeting, we approved bridges 702 and 704, and today's request is for the remaining 2, which is Bridge 7 over County Road 1500 North, and then Bridge 96, which is over County Road 500 North. Both bridges have been identified as candidates for future rehabilitation. The most recent inspections found deterioration in the bridge superstructures, including cracking, concrete deterioration, exposed reinforcing steel, and other age-related deficiencies. So today I'm basically just here asking for approval to get the contract signed. On Bridge 7, it's not to exceed $48,500. And then on Bridge 96, it's not to exceed $78,500.
And Jeff, you've been through both of these.
I have. They're identical other than the cost and of course the bridge names. Appendix D as your cost. Or not to exceed amount, I should say.
Any other questions on the bridge inspection contracts with USI?
No.
I make a motion that we pass the contract for County Bridge number 96 and also number 7 for construction inspection with USI.
Second.
Any other discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you, guys.
Got you any updates? Oh, why not? All right, all right. Recorder's office.
I asked, Angie asked me to talk briefly about that. This is simply a service extension for their computer system and license agreement. It has recently expired. It was extended back, as it says, back on August of 2023. Nothing magical in there. There's no terms in there that caused me any pause as the county attorney, and Ms. Abel's office has looked through that and has determined that that is in the best needs of the recorder's office, and I would recommend approval.
Thank you, Joe. So as I look at this, I think all of these services are included in the 43,560.
Yes, that is correct. And then the specific exclusions are there on page 2. But yeah, you got that's your menu of services on page 1.
Any other questions on the Fiddler contract? Entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the life cycle service extension with Fiddler contract.
Second. No other discussion. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Tom, you want to give us a little update on jail progress?
Well, we're on schedule and under budget still. We're spending a lot of time on the soft cost items that the jail will need to operate when they open it up, including some maintenance items that they need. We're going through all those costs, making sure they're all within the budget. We've had several meetings almost weekly now. I mean, you're talking about uniforms and beds and forks and spoons for the kitchen. I mean, we got to go through all of that stuff. We're also working with IT, getting their equipment in there, and we have all the monitors. They're here. When we're ready to put those in, we're putting the racks and all that kind of stuff in, coordinating with the IT department to get their stuff done. We're down to even coordinating the fire alarm system and the number it's going to call and all that. We're working with dispatch on that. Construction's going fine. If you've been out there, the turn lane's done. They are paving the entrance right now. It'll be done by Friday and open. The entrance on the north side's been done for a while. So it's coming down to the end of the year, we'll be done. So be around September or so, be turned over to us. And then we'll go into training mode with the jail personnel and get all the training done, plus the maintenance, go through all that for the maintenance department so they know how everything operates inside. IT will do their normal stuff, and then we'll be close to setting a date to start moving in.
And time frame on delivery and installation of the new cells for the Second half of the second
I don't have a date for that. They're in manufacturing right now. So we should have that in the next week or two, but
And did they anticipate that being done? Kind of, do you have any idea what the time frame is on that? Still under the time frame of the original, or is it gonna?
the original, but it will not be done. We'll open the primary, the other two pods,
They'll still be
pod and a
working
half
on that.
first. We'll open that and we'll still be working on the shell. Yeah,
That's what I was trying
the
to.
building. Yeah, no, we don't really have, we're working on the schedule now, waiting on the delivery dates of a couple items that are long lead items, which we've ordered. So, yeah, it will not be done when we open the rest of the jail and the administration side. So we'll still
Which will
be,
have no effect on the operation.
yeah, no, it will not. We've
That
talked with the
520
contractor
units.
where he's gonna stage his material and work from, and it will not affect the operation of the jail itself. We worked real hard on making sure that doesn't happen, so.
Anything else this morning?
One last thing, late Friday, we received an email from NDOT, and there has been a change in the federal rules with vehicles that were purchased vehicles. And so it's a fairly easy process, but I believe the best way to handle that would be just a motion and a approval by this board to authorize Tom and myself to take whatever actions are necessary to transfer those titles to NDOT. I would take care of that.
Any reason? Sorry, Rick, go ahead.
That's okay.
Oh, any reason why they're requiring this now?
It is a new federal statute that NDOT has discussed, that all these vehicles, if they are purchased with federal funds, and NDOT is the gatekeeper of the federal funds, that those titles have to be in possession of the gatekeeper.
So when it comes time to purchase new vans, NDOT just comes and picks up the old ones, or?
Good question. I do not know the answer to that, Commissioner.
Well, usually they're not worth much when they're,
No.
they're done. And a few of them didn't even run, so.
Jeff, do you mean legally transfer the ownership, the title of the vehicles to them, or forward the titles to them until
Provide them with the actual paper titles for holding.
in their name, or only hold it still in the commissioner's
The
name?
way I read this would not change the name of
That's what I was.
Yeah. So it's still.
still Madison County property. But the title itself is held kind of like when the old days when the bank holds your title until you pay off the loans. There's no loan here. There's no debt. I didn't mean to imply that, but
Right. I'd make a motion that we allow Jeff and Tom to send a copy of the